Before I tell you about the song that almost ended Roberta Flack's career because it made her cry every time she performed it, let me ask you something. What if I told you that the saddest R&B song of the 70s was actually about a mother's love? Or that Teddy Pendergrass recorded his most heartbreaking vocal just years before a tragic accident would take away everything he sang about? These aren't just sad songs from the 70s. These are 15 tracks where real pain, real loss, and real heartbreak poured through the studio speakers. Number 3 warns men about what happens when love turns to hate. Number 1 will make you call your mama. If you've ever loved someone you lost, or lost someone you loved, you're about to feel every second of this. Let's go. Number 15, Just My Imagination, Running Away With Me. The Temptations, 1971. The Temptations were at a crossroads in 1971. David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks, two of their most iconic voices, were gone or leaving. The group desperately needed a hit to prove they could survive. Once again. Norman Whitfield and Barrett Strong wrote Just My Imagination as a return to romantic ballads. But this wasn't a happy love song. It was about a man watching a woman from afar, building an entire relationship in his mind that would never exist in reality. You're such a lucky guy. Eddie Kendricks delivered the lead vocal for his final recording with the group. His falsetto was fragile, vulnerable, almost broken. You can hear the loneliness in every note. The recording session at Hitsville, USA in Detroit was bittersweet because everyone knew Eddie was leaving. Released in January 1971, Running Away With Me. Just My Imagination became a massive hit, reaching number 1 on both pop and R&B charts. It would be Eddie Kendricks' last number 1 with The Temptations. What makes this song devastatingly sad is its relatability. We've all built relationships in our heads that never happened. We've all watched someone from afar and imagined what could be. Take a love from me, or I would surely. Eddie Kendricks gave voice to that universal loneliness, and 40 years later, it still breaks hearts. Each day. Number 14, Love Don't Love Nobody. The Spinners, 1974. The Spinners were on fire in the mid-70s. After years of struggling, producer Tom Bell had finally unlocked their commercial potential. But Love Don't Love Nobody would prove to be one of their most emotionally devastating recordings. Written by Joe Jefferson, Bruce Hawes, and Charles Simmons, the song presents a brutal truth. Love is indiscriminate and merciless. It doesn't care if you're good or bad, rich or poor, ready or unprepared. Love strikes whoever it wants, whenever it wants, and leaves destruction in its wake. The song tells multiple stories within its verses. There's the Sunday school teacher who falls for a married man. There's the faithful wife whose husband leaves her for someone else. The message is clear. Being a good person doesn't protect you from heartbreak. Philippe Wynne handled the lead vocal with his signature emotional intensity. His voice carries a world weariness that makes you believe he's witnessed these scenarios firsthand. He sings with empathy for everyone caught in love's crossfire. There are no villains here, only victims of an emotion that plays no favorites. The recording session at Sigma Sound Studios in Philadelphia captured the song's melancholy perfectly. Tom Bell's production is lush but somber, with strings that sound like they're mourning alongside the narrator. The arrangement gives space for the story to breathe. I blow my horn for you. Released in 1974, Love Don't Love Nobody reached number 15 on the pop charts and number 4 on the R&B charts. It became a favorite among people who'd learned the hard way that good intentions and pure hearts don't guarantee happy endings in love. What makes this song so heartbreaking is its philosophical resignation. It's not angry or bitter. It simply accepts that love is a force of nature, beautiful and terrible, bringing joy and pain with equal indifference to who deserves what. Number 13, Feel Like Makin' Love, Roberta Flack, 1974. Roberta Flack was riding high after the massive success of Killing Me Softly when she encountered Feel Like Makin' Love, written by Eugene McDaniels. When you talk to me, when you're moaning. The title sounds seductive, but the song is actually about loneliness. Eugene McDaniels wrote it about genuine emotional and physical connection in a world that felt increasingly disconnected. He wanted to capture that moment when you meet someone who makes you feel alive again, after feeling numb for so long. Roberta connected with the song immediately, but shifted the emphasis. In her interpretation, it became about the sadness of that search. The desperation of wanting connection but not finding it, of being ready to love but having nowhere to direct that love. The recording session at Capitol Studios in Hollywood was intimate. Roberta worked with producer Rubina Flake to create an arrangement that was sensual but melancholy. The instrumentation floats around her vocal like a dream that might disappear at any moment. Roberta's vocal performance is masterful. She sings with warmth and desire, but there's an undertone of sadness throughout. Released in June 1974, it became Roberta's second consecutive #1 hit on the pop charts. What makes this song sad despite its romantic surface is the subtext, loneliness disguised as desire. Number 12, If You Don't Know Me By Now, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, featuring Teddy Pendergrass, 1972. Picture Philadelphia in 1972. The city was giving the world a new sound, Philadelphia soul, and at the center of it was a young powerhouse vocalist named Teddy Pendergrass. Never, never, never know. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes had been around since the 50s without a major hit. When Teddy Pendergrass joined as lead vocalist in 1970, everything changed.
All the things.
His voice was raw, powerful, and emotionally overwhelming. Kenneth Gamble and Leon Huff wrote, "If You Don't Know Me By Now," specifically for Teddy's voice.
Like I understand you.
The song is about the frustration of loving someone who refuses to truly see you after years together. It's not about a new relationship. It's about years of being misunderstood by the person who's supposed to know you best.
That we've been through.
Teddy was only 22 when he recorded this vocal, but his voice carried the exhaustion of someone twice his age.
Don't get so excited.
The recording session was tense because Harold Melvin was reportedly jealous of the attention Teddy was receiving.
Between right and wrong.
That tension actually enhanced the performance. You can hear frustration in every note.
You don't know me by now.
Released in September 1972, the song reached #3 on pop charts and #1 on R&B.
When I come home a little late at night.
It became the song that established Teddy Pendergrass as a superstar. The success would eventually cause a split.
You will never know.
By 1976, Teddy left for a solo career.
You don't know me.
Before we go any further, take a second with me. If these songs are bringing back memories, if you're hearing voices you haven't thought about in years, that's exactly what Groove Lens is here for. We don't rush the music, we don't skip the stories, we let the soul breathe. So if this journey through 1964 is hitting home, subscribe now, because the deeper we go into the years ahead, the stories only get richer. And trust me, the next few songs don't just sound good, they mean something. Now, let's keep going.
Number 11, Midnight Train to Georgia, Gladys Knight and the Pips, 1973.
He's come to know.
This song was originally called Midnight Plane to Houston and was written by Jim Weatherly. He recorded a version himself that went nowhere. Then Cissy Houston recorded it, and it still didn't connect with audiences.
On a midnight train, yeah. Ooh.
When Gladys Knight heard the song, she loved it immediately, but suggested changing Plane to Houston to Train to Georgia.
Ooh, on that midnight train to Georgia. Even on a midnight.
She felt it was more romantic and had a better visual image that would resonate with listeners. The story is beautiful and heartbreaking.
On that midnight train to Georgia.
A man went to Los Angeles to chase dreams of stardom. It didn't work out, and now he's going back to Georgia, back to the simpler life he left behind.
Be right by his side. I'll be with him. I know you.
But here's what makes it truly moving. His woman is going with him. She'd rather live a simple life with him in Georgia than a complicated life without him in Los Angeles.
My world is his.
She's giving up the dream they came to chase because she loves him more than the dream. Gladys Knight recorded her vocal at Motown's Los Angeles studio. Her voice carries both sadness and determination. The Pips' background vocals add another layer of emotion, sounding like a Greek chorus commenting on this couple's decision. Released in August 1973, Midnight Train to Georgia shot straight to #1 on both pop and R&B charts. It won the Grammy Award and resonated with millions who'd chased dreams that didn't work out. Number 10, Neither One of Us Wants to Be the First to Say Goodbye, Gladys Knight and the Pips, 1973.
And it's gotten to.
Jim Weatherly strikes again. The same songwriter who gave Gladys Knight Midnight Train to Georgia also wrote this masterpiece about a couple trapped in a dying relationship that neither has the courage to end.
Wants to be the first to say goodbye.
The scenario is painfully familiar. Two people who once loved each other are now just going through the motions.
What I'm gonna do without you.
They both know it's over, but neither has the courage to actually end it. They're stuck in relationship purgatory, prolonging the inevitable.
I guess neither one of us.
Gladys Knight was going through her own relationship struggles when she recorded this in 1972. Producer Joe Porter encouraged her to channel that pain into the vocal. What she delivered was nothing short of miraculous. Her voice doesn't just express sadness, it expresses exhaustion, resignation, and desperate hope.
Wondering that same thing.
The recording happened at Bell Sound Studios in New York. The session was emotionally draining for everyone involved. When Gladys finished the final take, there were tears in the control room because everyone knew they'd witnessed something special.
Those old memories.
Released in December 1972, the song spent 4 weeks at #1 on R&B charts and reached #2 on pop charts. What makes this song absolutely devastating is its honesty. Most breakup songs are about the dramatic moment of ending.
When it comes to saying goodbye, that's.
This song is about the slow death, the prolonged goodbye, the cowardice of not being able to let go.
In my way. My way. Ooh, ooh.
Number 9, I'll Be Around, The Spinners, 1972. The Spinners had been recording since the early 60s, but success had eluded them. They'd had minor hits with Motown, but nothing that made them stars.
so bow out gracefully.
By 1972, they were ready to give up on their dreams. Then producer Tom Bell took a chance on them at Atlantic Records.
I'll be there whenever.
He heard something special in Felipe Wynn's voice and believed he could craft hits around it that would finally give the group their breakthrough.
Now it's up to me.
I'll Be Around was written by Tom Bell and Phil Hurt, specifically for the Spinners.
Words had slipped away, but I know.
The song tells the story of a man who knows his relationship is ending, but promises to be there whenever his ex-partner needs him, no matter how long it takes.
And love can burn once again, but
It's not an angry or bitter song. It's about mature, painful acceptance. The narrator knows he's losing her, but his love is so deep that he's willing to wait in the wings forever, hoping she might come back.
there's always a chance.
The recording session at Sigma Sound Studios in Philadelphia was transformative. Felipe Wynn's lead vocal was vulnerable in a way male R&B singers rarely allowed themselves to be.
I know you know whenever you call me.
He wasn't trying to be tough or cool. He was just heartbroken and honest about it. I'll Be Around was actually released as the B-side to another song. DJs flipped the record over and started playing it instead. It reached number 3 on pop and number 1 on R&B, giving the Spinners their long-awaited breakthrough. 1972. Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway were both students at Howard University in Washington, D.C. in the late 50s. Roberta and Donny had such natural chemistry that their vocals intertwined effortlessly. They weren't just singing together. They were having a conversation, asking each other and the world where love had gone. The question in the song became heartbreakingly personal. Where was the love that could have saved him? Number 7, Let's Stay Together. Al Green, 1971. Al Green was working with producer Willie Mitchell at High Records in Memphis, creating a sound that would define early 70s soul.
Whatever you want to do.
Let's Stay Together came out of a jam session where Al was playing around with chord progressions and melodies.
Since we've been
The song seems simple on the surface, a plea for commitment, for staying together through good times and bad.
let me be the one you come.
But there's an undercurrent of desperation in Al's voice that makes it heartbreaking. He's not just asking, he's almost begging.
Let me say this.
Al Green sang with a vulnerability that few male R&B singers allowed themselves.
Loving you well, come on.
His voice could be powerful, but he wasn't afraid to let it crack, to let the emotion overwhelm the technique, to show his human fragility. The recording at Royal Studios in Memphis captured lightning in a bottle. That opening guitar lick is instantly recognizable. The groove is hypnotic, and Al's vocal rides above it all, pleading and promising simultaneously. Released in October 1971, Let's Stay Together became Al Green's signature song. It hit number 1 on both pop and R&B charts and stayed on the charts for months, establishing him as a major force in soul music. But the story behind Al's career takes a dark turn. In 1974, a woman named Mary Woodson attacked him with boiling grits, severely burning him, then killed herself. The incident traumatized Al and led him to become a pastor and step away from secular music. The plea for permanence became tragically ironic. Number 6, If Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right. Luther Ingram, 1972. Luther Ingram was a journeyman soul singer who'd been recording since the early 60s without major success. Then songwriters Homer Banks, Carl Hampton, and Raymond Jackson brought him a song that would change his life forever.
Being right means being without you. I'd rather live a...
If Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right tells the story of a married man in love with someone else's wife.
I wanna be right. If being...
He knows the relationship is morally wrong. He knows they're both betraying their spouses. But he loves her so much that he doesn't care about being right anymore.
Side, I don't care what your people say.
What makes this song remarkable is that it doesn't judge the narrator. It doesn't preach or moralize.
If loving you is wrong,
it simply presents the complicated reality of forbidden love and the rationalizations people make when desire overwhelms morality and social expectations.
wife and two little children depending on me.
Luther Ingram recorded it at Stax Records in Memphis with producer Johnny Baylor. His vocal performance is raw and honest.
Wrong, I don't wanna be right.
He sings like a man who's genuinely torn between what he should do and what he wants to do, between moral obligation and passionate desire.
You a married man, and am I wrong?
Released in 1972, the song became controversial immediately. Some radio stations refused to play it because it seemed to condone adultery. Others played it constantly because it told a real human story without judgment.
No, and I got someone else at home.
If Loving You Is Wrong reached number 3 on pop charts and number 1 on R&B. It became Luther Ingram's only major hit.
Your mama and daddy say it's a shame.
The song has been covered by countless artists, but Luther's original remains definitive. Number 5, Misty Blue, Dorothy Moore, 1976.
Look like I get you off of my...
Dorothy Moore had been singing since the 60s, bouncing between different labels and never quite finding success.
Just a mention of your name.
By 1975, she was ready to quit the music business and focus on being a mother and living a normal life.
Things we used to do.
Then, producer Tommy Couch at Malaco Records convinced her to record one more session. He had a song called Misty Blue that he thought would be perfect for her voice.
Baby, I should forget.
She reluctantly agreed to give it one more try. Misty Blue was actually written in 1966 by Bob Montgomery, but it had never been a major hit for anyone who'd recorded it. Dorothy heard it and connected with the story of a woman who thought she was over someone until she hears his name again.
I know I've lied.
The recording session at Malaco Studios in Jackson, Mississippi was emotional. Dorothy sang about memories coming back, about old wounds reopening, about realizing you're not as over someone as you thought you were.
Baby.
Time hadn't healed anything at all. Her voice on Misty Blue is pure pain. It trembles in all the right places. It catches when the emotion threatens to overwhelm her.
I've lied.
It's the sound of someone fighting to maintain composure while falling apart inside, trying to keep it together and failing.
The world turns misty blue.
Released in early 1976, Misty Blue slowly climbed the charts. By summer, it had reached number 3 on pop charts and number 2 on R&B.
My whole world turns misty.
Dorothy Moore, the singer who was about to quit, suddenly had the biggest hit of her career. A song about discovering time doesn't heal all wounds.
My whole world turns misty blue.
Number 4, Ain't No Sunshine, Bill Withers, 1971.
And when she's gone.
Bill Withers wrote Ain't No Sunshine in 1971 while working at a factory making airplane toilet seats.
Wonder.
He was 32 years old, late to the music business, convinced this was his only shot. The song came to him almost complete. Melody, lyrics, feeling.
He's gone too long. Anytime she goes.
He grabbed whatever paper he could find and wrote it down before forgetting it. The famous section where he repeats the phrase 26 times wasn't planned. Bill didn't have a full second verse written.
If she's gone to stay.
He kept repeating those words as a placeholder. Producer Booker T. Jones told him to keep it. It was perfect. The recording at Wally Heider Studios in Los Angeles was bare bones. Just Bill's voice, acoustic guitar, subtle instruments.
Only darkness every day.
Booker T wanted to capture intimacy and loneliness without diluting raw emotion. Bill sang it like a man who'd lived it. His voice was conversational, almost talking rather than singing. But the emotion was undeniable. Released as a B-side, radio DJs flipped it over and started playing it instead. It climbed to number 3 and won Bill Withers a Grammy Award. Covered hundreds of times, but nobody matched the stark loneliness of Bill's original.
Ain't no home anytime she goes.
3. Thin Line Between Love and Hate. The Persuaders, 1971. The Persuaders were a New York group trying to break through in early 70s R&B. They needed a hit that would establish them as more than one album wonders. Robert Poindexter and Jackie Members wrote Thin Line Between Love and Hate about relationship violence nobody discussed in 1971. What happens when a woman finally snaps after years of mistreatment? The song tells a chilling story. A man's been cheating and mistreating his woman for years. She's been patient, loving, forgiving. One day he wakes up in the hospital, nearly dead. His woman put him there. The thin line had been crossed. What makes this remarkable is its perspective. The narrator isn't condemning the woman. He's warning men that if you push someone too far, even the sweetest person becomes dangerous. Recorded at Sigma Sound Studios, the production is deceptively lush. The arrangement sounds romantic while telling a story of violence and revenge.
Don't think you can keep breaking your woman's heart.
Released in 1971, it reached number 15 on pop and number 3 on R&B. It became the Persuaders' biggest hit and has been sampled extensively in hip-hop. 2. The Love I Lost. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, 1973. By 1973, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, featuring Teddy Pendergrass, were Philadelphia soul stars. They'd had success with previous hits, but they were about to record something even more devastating. Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff wrote The Love I Lost, specifically for Teddy's powerful voice. The song tells of a man whose woman left him, sitting alone remembering all the beautiful moments they shared. The genius is in its structure.
We love each other, we just couldn't get along.
It starts with disco-influenced instrumentation that sounds upbeat. Then Teddy's vocal comes in, and you realize this is about profound loss and regret. Teddy was in his mid-20s, but his voice carried the weight of someone who'd loved and lost multiple times. The way he sings sounds like he's cataloging a lifetime of heartbreak. The Sigma Sound studio session was intense. Producer Kenny Gamble pushed Teddy to dig deeper emotionally with every take. By the final version, Teddy was exhausted, but had delivered one of his greatest performances. Released in 1973, it reached number 7 on pop and number 1 on R&B. The song takes on additional poignancy, knowing Teddy's 1982 car accident left him paralyzed. 1. I'll Always Love My Mama. The Intruders, 1973. Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff wrote "I'll Always Love My Mama" as a tribute to mothers everywhere, specifically to their own mothers who supported them through years of struggling when nobody believed in them. The Intruders were a Philadelphia group who'd faded by the early 70s. Gamble and Huff believed this song could revive their career. The song tells of a man who's achieved success, but credits everything to his mother. He remembers being poor, remembers her sacrifices, and promises that no matter what happens, he'll always love his mama. Lead singer Sam "Little Sonny" Brown sang with such tenderness and gratitude that it's impossible to listen without thinking about your own mother. His voice carries both pride and vulnerability. The arrangement is beautiful, strings that soar. Rhythm section that grooves, and iconic background vocals repeating the title like a mantra. Released in 1973, it reached number 6 on R&B charts. It didn't need pop crossover. This song was for the community. What makes this sad is recognizing you can never fully repay your mother. The song has been sampled countless times, most notably by Tupac Shakur in his tribute. I'm talking about mama.